What's up YouTube, it's your boy Young Philip and I'm back with another video for y'all today. Before we get started with today's video, I'd like for y'all to click the like button down below, give it a thumbs up. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button, but make sure y'all click the bell so y'all can be notified and don't miss any of today's video. We're going to do a top 10 of my favorite Houston rap albums. Some of these might be new school or old school. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 10, Lil Kiki, Don't Mess with Texas. The debut album of Houston rapper Lil Kiki, he stepped onto the rap scene with classic tracks like Southside, Still Pimpin' Pins with DJ Screw, and I'm pretty sure y'all know about the noble song I just mentioned, which was Southside. Like, that was the best popular song in the year of 1997. It's like the album by Lil Kiki, he had flow, rhymes, and his delivery was on point. Everybody and their mama was jamming Southside. If you from Houston, like, you gotta do the Southside dance, but don't do it over there on the South Side, because somebody gonna try to go off on you. But it was played on Houston radios, and if you never listened to the album, I advise y'all to go listen to Don't Mess with Texas. That's my favorite Lil Kiki album. Number 9, Paul Wall, The People's Champ. After the release of his first album, Chick Magnet, that came out in 2004, released by Pay the Fool Entertainment, Paul Wall signed to Atlantic Records and released his second studio album called The People's Champ, with notable songs like Sitting Sideways, Drive Slow, They Don't Know with Mike Jones and Bun B, Then Girl. What made me like Paul Wall's second album is that he brought in that fire, and the songs that I just mentioned had made its way to radio stations, and his buzz got bigger and bigger. This album has sold over 500,000 copies in the United States and going gold. But this Paul Wall album is still remembered after it was released 17 years ago. Almost 17 years ago. Number 8, Zero, Let the Truth Be Told. Another album released in 2005 by Rap-A-Lot Records. Zero have notable songs like From the South featuring Houston natives Paul Wall and Lil Flip, and One Night featuring Trey the Truth, and the most notable song off that album is the Mo City Dawn Freestyle. That's one of my other favorite Zero songs right there. Everybody gotta remember that song from beginning to the very end. But yeah, what makes this album one of my favorites was Zero showcasing not only his rap skills but his singing skills as well. The album didn't disappoint his fans not one time, and I will always respect Zero and just be like, hey, this dude's a legend, and he will always be known in these streets of Houston. Number 7, Bun B Trio 2. After the death of his friend Pimp C, rest in peace, he released his second solo studio album, Trio 2. But on this album, he refrained from rapping about codeine syrup. Like, he refrained from rapping about the codeine because it took Pimp C life. He had songs that paid tribute to Pimp, which was Pot for Pimp and You're Everything. Like, he had songs produced by Mr. Lee, Mouse on the Track, who was it? Chops Production, and J.R. They had appearances of A-Ball, MJG, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, Lil Webby, David Banner, and etc. But Trio 2 is my favorite Bun B album, alongside of the first Trio album. Oh, before I get to the next part, if you haven't listened to Trio 2, I would advise y'all to go listen to it. It's real hard. Number 6, Mike Jones. Who is Mike Jones? The debut album of Houston rapper Mike Jones, who was getting his buzz with the mixtapes that he did with Swishahouse, but managed to release his debut studio album, Who is Mike Jones, in 2005, with 2 to 3 notable singles, which was Still Tippin' featuring Slim Thug and Paul Wall, Back Then They Didn't Want Me, Now I'm Hot They All On Me, and then Flossin' with the late Big Mo. This one was like one of my favorite albums because those 3 songs I just mentioned and Screw That. Like, I know Mike Jones kept repeating his phone number all in his music, but you gotta admit, his songs was popular and popping at that time. Like I'm telling y'all, 2004, 2005, rap scene. I'm telling you, that was a great time to be alive. Even though I was young at that age, like I was still young, trying to adjust to life and everything else. But yeah, who is Mike Jones' best album? Number five, Scarface, The Untouchable. Scarface's fourth album released in March of 1997 by Rap-A-Lot Records. Scarface had produced some songs on the album and made them a big classic. It's been 25 years since Untouchable's been released. He had notable guest appearances with the likes of Dr. Dre, Too Short, Ice Cube, and one of my all-time favorite rappers, Tupac Shakur. He had songs like Smile, Mary Jane, and Game Over. Those are like the three songs I know off that album. And I've been rocking with them since like maybe '01, '02, '03, right around now. But yeah, those are the best songs on that album. But all I gotta say is that album is a instant hip hop classic. Number four, Slim Thug, Boss of All Bosses. After the release of his already platinum album that came out back in 2005, Slim Thug formed a group which was Boss Hog Outlaws, but he managed to return to the rap game in 2009 and release his second album, which was Boss of All Bosses, with incredible songs like I Run featuring Yellow Wolf and Thug From Around the Way. I mainly love Thug From Around the Way because that was one of my favorite tracks I like. But even though it felt a little slept on, but I still praise some Thug and I support him. But yeah, he had songs on there that was real hot, like that one. Um, what's another one? It was a song with UGK, but I forgot the name of it. But I'll try to figure it out a little later. Then it was Welcome to Houston with some Houston rappers. Okay, now I got it. It was Leanin' featuring UGK and Hard Times with Scarface and J Dog and Top Drops. Can't forget about that song. But all in all, I give that album 9 out of 10. No, I'm just bullshitting. 10 out of 10 because it's hardcore. Go listen to that Slim Thug, Boss of All Bosses, man. Number 3, Tell the Truth, Restless. This album came out back in 2006 when I was about 5 going on to 6. But he had some songs like Swing featuring the late Big Hawk and Pimp C. That was the remix version. I like the one with just him and Big Hawk and Fat Pat. But the one with Fat Pat, that was sample. It just had Trey and Big Hawk rapping. He also had Young Jock do a collab with him on the song called In the Hood. And one of my all-time favorite tracks with Zero, again, was No Help. And also like the Chop the Screw version of Real Talk from that album. It's like, man, oh man. When you hear Tell the Truth, it'll make you like stunned that his rapping skills is off the chain. Like he could rap fast. He might even put a few rappers that could try to rap fast to sleep. He will dominate them. Real talk. Number 2, Chameleonaire, Sound of Revenge. The debut album of Houston native Chameleonaire, which made him a big star before the year 2005 was almost over with. He had songs like Turn It Up featuring Lil Flip, produced by Scott Storch, and the most notable song, Riding Dirty. People use that for memes, but me, I listened to that song to think about the times of 2005 and '06. Like I just be thinking about the times when I first heard that song. But yeah, everybody know about that. You see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, they trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. That's produced by Playing Skills, featuring Crazy Bone. That was one of the videos that was viewed on BET 106 Apart. I remember seeing the video for it too. But I will never forget that song. Never. But if you never heard of the Sound of Revenge album, I advise y'all go listen to it. It was played all over the radio and everything. But that album is underrated. Before I get to my top one pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Pimp C, Pimpalation. Paul Wall, Get Money, Stay True. Big Mo, City of Zero. ESG, Swangin' and Bangin', 1995. And Bun B Trio, 2005. Coming in at number one, Slim Thug, Already Platinum. The first album by Slim Thug, released by Star Trek Records, which had notable songs like a Boss, I Ain't Heard of That featuring Pharrell and Bun B, and then we had Three Kings featuring T.I. and Bun B. The album was supposed to come out in February 2005, but due to the heavy bootlegging, it got pushed to July of 2005. This was produced by the Neptunes. Then you had Mr. Lee, and some more producers come and produce the album as well. Like the King of the North made his big introduction with his album Already Platinum. That's an album I will never forget as well. Like these Houston rap albums will never be slept on. Y'all cannot sleep on that. These are classics. If y'all never heard of any of these albums I just called out in this video, I advise y'all to go listen to it. It go hard. I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning in today's video. I'd like to advise y'all to click the like button down below, give it a thumbs up. Make sure y'all leave a comment down below, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, but make sure y'all click the bell so y'all can be notified and don't miss any of my videos. Don't forget to add me on my social media at youngphilip_00. Don't forget to add me on Snapchat at Ryan36105. Don't forget to add me on TikTok at youngphilip00. And with that being said, I'm out.